Hello, welcome to Grandpa's Workshop. I'm Loz, and as always, you're welcome in the workshop. Those of you that have been following me for some time know that I'm starting to build what I would call a heritage hand tool set of tools. Something nice that makes me smile as opposed to the B&Q shelf junk that I've picked up over the years in small amounts. I watch a load of tool haul videos, watching some of my favourite YouTubers buy hundreds of this, hundreds of that. Pipe wrenches seems to be a big one for people who've been on the tools all their lives. I wasn't on the tools, I was on a drawing board. Anyway, hammers. Do we need hammers these days? I don't know about you, but I've found that when it's not rabbit joints and glue, I've been using staplers more than I've been using hammers because I've not been doing outside carpentry work. So I've already shown you, but I'll show you what I've got. This is my basic set of hammers. I've had this literally since I was in short pants and doing a bit of fretwork as one of my hobbies in short pants. A nice little crosspeen hammer for panel pins, hence the stapler. Who can bother driving 30 panel pins around the back side of a picture frame? But I've had this for what? 58, 60 years, something like that. It's hardly worn, but it's got fond memories of me bruising my fingers. The other one I've got is a standard metal shafted big box store 16-ounce claw hammer with the curved back. Again, I've had this 40 odd years. In fact, it still shows you how little it's used. It gets pulled out once or twice a year. More recently, I picked up a Magnusson. I've had this 15, 20 years from B&Q. It's a Magnusson mallet. Very good for knocking joints together. Again, I've had that a long time. And the old latex rubber mallet, which you can see, it got lost in the garden when I was doing a lot of the garden woodwork, and it's been nibbled by hedgehogs, I think. So that's the sum total of what I've got to date. Here is my indoor tools that I've been collecting over the past year or so. Now, back to the 16-ounce claw hammer. This, I believe, is what is Andrew Schwartz from the Anarchist Toolbox. He recommends is perhaps the only hammer that anyone needs. I don't know whether he means a curved back or a straight claw, but this is going in the rough toolbox, and I've now updated it with an Estwing. Now, when I were but a lad, I spent most of my summer holidays on a caravan site between Opsick and Southport that my nan had, running wild basically on a farm. But there was an uncle nearby who had an Estwing sportsman's hatchet. I'll show you a picture. And let me play with it, cutting kindling, and I was enamoured of it, mainly because of the leather washer handle. So I got myself one of these to replace that. So it's not being permanently retired, but it's going into the rough tool. This is my pride and joy, an Estwing E16C, 16 ounces. Always wear goggles. It feels really nice. Steel shaft, nice leather washer handle, and a paned steel end cap with two rivets painted over. Really pleased with that. What do you think? Then I thought, well, I've really got to get myself that sportsman's hatchet. So I looked online and I didn't. What did I get? I got myself the Estwing carpenter's hatchet, roofers doing shingles. It's got the nick on the back to prise up nails and a hammerhead on the reverse. And I am absolutely stainless steel, lovely rubber, lovely leather, the washers. What I've got to get now is a huntsman's knife with the leather washers, because I had a cheap one when I was in short pants. We used to play split the kipper with me and my younger brother, but that's another tale. So that's a nice replacement for history in my head. Very nice. What else have I got? So to go with my little cross pane tack hammer, I bought myself, really cheap off Amazon, a little Amtech, same sort of weight of head, but it's got a ball peen in case I do any leather work or small metal work. I can paint rivets with it. So that's that. Then, just to add to the selection, and I'll throw up a picture of them all together, I got myself a Thor hammer with the non-sparking hard and soft heads, a dead blow, not the big one, it's the model 710, 32 millimeters, number 114. So that's that. Because that's looking rather tatty, that's going in the rough toolbox, and I got myself a nice new one, an ox lump, nice for knocking joints together as well as the wooden one. What else have I got? I've been spending the kids' inheritance on Workshop Heaven and Woodworkers Workshop. From Workshop Heaven, to go with the chisel collection I've built up from scratch, I've got myself the little number 2, the chisel mallet, with a brass head. That's really nice, it feels good to the hand. So that's that. Now, normally I would say that's it, and ask you guys, what else might I need for a general small hobby woodworking workshop dealing with small items? So I'm keeping it to a minimum. But last year, I'm a committed follower of Matt Esley. He's an English woodworker. I think he did his degree in fine woodworking, spent his apprenticeship working at Axminster, and he has his own channel and he does lots of stuff. Last year he decided to upgrade his woodworking mallet to a fancy mallet, and he liked it so much he decided he was going to bring it to market. Yeah. Spending 3 months, 6 months making one is a lot different to try and meet the demand of putting something in a shop online. And it was so pretty. In February I had some birthday money left over and decided to order one sight unseen other than the video. I had to wait 6 months because he had to buy in a load of computerised lathe equipment and make this fancy. Now this is definitely toolbox queen. Nice little instruction. And here it comes. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, this is not going to be used in anger. A lovely tap, tap, tap for your chisel work. It's quite heavy. It's a little heavier than that. But ironwood head. And then a very nicely figured, you can see, olive wood handle. And then a little coin in the end with Matt's ME initials on. It was worth the wait. Don't ask the price. If you want to know, go to his channel and then have a sharp intake of breath. I blew the kids' inheritance and I'm really pleased with that. So, that's my collection as is for going forward in hand tools. But I thought I'd show you these. Here's the old collection and here's the new and final collection, unless you guys have some advice. Is there something I've missed? Because I want to have one of everything, not hundreds of one thing. So if there's anything I've missed, you tell me what you've got and you tell me what you think I might miss and what I would find handy making small tabletop woodworking items, boxes, turnings. You've seen the sort of thing from YouTubers online. Going to be making stuff for the family. So that's the hammers. If I had a hammer, I now have several hammers. What do you think? That's just stupid, but I love it. There you go. There you go, guys. Just a quick short show and tell. I hope you like what you've seen. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because I'll be doing regular show and tells of my heritage woodworking tool collection and the finishing up of the workshops. So, how many hammers? Don't say all of them. You take care, guys. You crack on, stay safe in your workshops, and I'll catch you again.